All right, you probably clicked on this video because you probably just got freshly rejected and probably feel like booty cheeks and want to jump off a bridge. Okay, but hold on. Don't jump. Give me a couple minutes. Let me change your perception on rejection real quick. And maybe by the end of this video, you could probably never feel like this again. Because rejection is really just, it's really just a feeling. And it's only really a feeling you have when you have a scarcity mindset. And we'll talk more about that later. Okay? But first off, you have to look at rejection as one of your biggest blessings. That rejection you got earlier from whatever it was, a girl, a guy, your job, what friend, whatever, it doesn't matter. It applies all of the above. It's one of your biggest blessings. And that's because what's really meant, what you're really meant to have in your life, you'll get it one way or another, whether it's the way you think or the way you don't. And I need you to believe that. Like they might have been the perfect girl, they might have been the perfect guy, that might have been the quote unquote perfect job, but you're never really meant to have it. You know what I'm saying? And you really have to look at it as a lesson. You got to look at every single rejection that you take as a lesson. You know what I mean? And I know that's hard, especially in the moment. Like when you're getting rejected, you probably feel like you like I said, you probably feel like want to jump off a bridge. Your heart probably feels shattered. Okay, but like you have to change your perception. You really have to change your perception. Because you sometimes you got to go through 100 no's to get one yes. And each 100 of those no's can really be a lesson. Like like I said, it can each person can teach you something. Each job can teach you something to get better and better and better and better. So you really have to look it's a win either way if you really think about it. You know what I mean? And you really have to think of rejection as it really rejection is really like timing. Also, let's use a dating example. So, for example, let's say you walk up to a girl in the grocery store or whatever, and she rejects you. Maybe she rejected you because she was having a bad day, or maybe you weren't her type. You know, at the time. But maybe if you would have asked her, maybe I don't know, 2 years from now, let's say her type was tall, dark, and handsome, and you're short, white, and borderline ugly. All right. Maybe she would give you a chance 2 years ago because maybe at that time she's more explorative in her dating career or whatever y'all want to call it. Dating career is crazy. But, anyways, or let's use another, like a job example. Maybe that job, that your dream job that you really wanted, they really didn't have a use for you at the time. You know, but if you would have went there 2 years later, they would have hired you. You know what I mean? And this all comes from, like I said, like I told you, we'll get to it, a scarcity mindset. A scarcity mindset is is essentially just having a lack of abundance, a lack of options, a lack of choices. And you only really feel abundant when when you're confident in your skills, the way you look, the way you carry yourself. That's the only way, what's it called, to have an abundance mindset. And listen, the more confident you are in yourself, the more abundant you're naturally gonna feel. And when the more abundant you feel, the more opportunities and the more chances that are gonna come your way. So rejection is honestly gonna feel like nothing. It's just gonna feel like just whatever. Like for example, let's use Drake for example. Actually, no, that's a bad example. Who's a handsome celebrity? Let's use Michael B. Jordan. You think if he gets rejected by a girl, you think he's gonna care? No, but you got 100 other ones lined up out the door. It's gonna mean nothing to him. You know what I mean? And that's how what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. That's how you should perceive rejection. Okay? Because like I said, you only really feel down and only really feel bad when you get rejected, when you have like when you're in scarcity, like I explained earlier. Okay? Because you know, like deep down, like, oh damn, that was the only girl, that was the only job, whatever. But if you really work on yourself, you really work on your appearance, you really work on your skill set, like nothing's gonna phase you. Like I said, you can just go get it. If you get rejected by one girl at the club, you can go talk to another girl. It's not gonna matter to you. Or if like one job rejects you, like you have the mindset of like, oh, maybe another company we're gonna hire me because you know you're that good. You know you're that good, and it really just starts from the self improvement. You really have to be working on yourself every single day. Like y'all feel me? Like it just confidence doesn't just grow out of thin air, grow on trees. You gotta work for it. You know what I'm saying? And like the work is hard. Like it's not easy to be confident. Like confident people are confident for a reason because they work on themselves. And this isn't a confidence video by any means, but confidence definitely plays a part in not feeling rejection. You know what I mean? It's hard. All right. I know some of y'all are probably thinking right now too, like, what if I keep getting rejected over and over and over again? It's gonna happen. You can't avoid rejection. Rejection is gonna happen for the rest of your life. Okay, not everybody's gonna like you. Okay, it is what it is. All right, but you just have to apply the mindsets and perceptions I gave you earlier, so it won't sting as much. Okay, really look at rejection as a blessing. Really look at each rejection as a lesson. And I'm not gonna lie, like some are gonna sting more than others. Okay, maybe you had a crush on a girl for years and you poured your heart out to her and she didn't reciprocate. Sometimes you just got, and then it is what it is. Sometimes you just got to take it like a champ. Pause. Okay, and you really have to look at it like, damn, maybe that wasn't the girl for me. Maybe that really wasn't the girl in my dreams. And there's a better girl out there. I'm gonna take what I learned from her and dealing with her, and I'm gonna go apply it to the next girl, to the next interaction I have. You know what I mean? Damn, this is why it's low key a damn dating video. This is crazy. But anyways, it's a good example because it's something that everybody can relate to. Okay, like another example would be like, what if I keep going up to girls or guys and they keep rejecting me? You see, rejection too, sometimes you gotta, like I said, it's a lesson. You really gotta look at yourself inward. Like, I've approached 100 girls, like, and they all told me no. Sometimes you gotta realize that, like, you're the problem. All right. Like I said, you gotta work on the self-improvement. Like maybe you're going up to her wrong, like making the wrong approach. Maybe you're saying the wrong things. Maybe I don't know, you're talking too much. Just little things like that. Like I said, look at every rejection as a lesson, as a teaching. So it can get you to that one yes. That one yes is really all you need. Or the career example, like damn, maybe that job rejected me because my skills weren't good enough. Okay, you got to build your skills up. You got to build your skills. So next time you apply to that job in 3 years, they'll accept you. Or even something a better job will accept you. But cuz like I said, it's all timing too. Maybe at that time, maybe at that point in time, you weren't ready yet to handle that type of job. You know what I mean? And instead of crying and moping on the crying in the damn bathtub with some candles lit, you actually did something about it and worked on those skills that you were bad on. You know what I mean? So basically, like I said, if essentially you have an abundance mindset, you're confident in yourself, you're really not going to feel rejection because you only really feel rejection when you're in a scarcity mindset. Because when you're in a scarcity mindset, you believe there's a lack of opportunities and a lack of chances to do whatever you need to do. You know what I mean? Like a lack of options in the dating world, a lack of job opportunities, a lack of friends. You only really feel like that when you're in scarcity, just to repeat myself. All right. I really want you to nail that in your head. I really want you to nail it down, pipe it down, pause. Okay? And I need you to sleep on that. I need you to apply that. So next time you get rejected, I don't want you to feel butthurt and I don't want you to feel like you want to jump off a bridge. I want you to feel like you're on top of the damn world because you are. All right? Like, listen, cry about it. Cry about this rejection for like 24 hours. Maybe not 24 hours, maybe like 24 minutes. Okay? And then move on. Because you need to believe in yourself. You need to believe you can do better because you can do better. All right? I'll see you in the next one.